Alright guys, welcome back to my channel and well, this is very weird. Before I go ahead, I would just like to say the things that I'm about to say in the next 1 minute or so, this is just for context. My actual theory starts actually after that 2-minute mark. So yeah. So recently IGN came out with this video promoting Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and there was this very interesting screen that Access the Animus picked up on, and later I saw their tweet where the character selection is not just female Eivor or the male Eivor. There is a third option where the Animus picks the character, and Access the Animus actually quoted this line, so I'm just going to say the quote: "The Animus will represent the stronger female or male memory stream depending on the current strength." So I think that's the thing that is written in the screenshot as well. Now, Darby McDavid actually came out to clarify things, and he said that the text is slightly incorrect and the Animus chooses the gender based on memory strength and not the character strength. It's not like there are two different leveling systems for the male and female Eivor. It's essentially the memory strength. Now that is the context that I was talking about. So this is all we know by now. Now, before going any further, I would just like to say again, just please like the video if you like it, and do subscribe to my channel for more content. There is good content as well. Some of it is boring, I know, I'm working on it, but some of it is good. So yeah, moving on from that. Now, as I said before in the thumbnail, in the title, this is a theory video, and I have a theory as to why this is happening. Now, initially I had another theory, and that should be up on your right side of your screen. And that theory essentially was that Layla is looking for this perfect version of Eivor, and she's essentially using the Animus to create multiple simulations which are overlapping, and thus we have this option of male and female Eivor, and both are canon. But now I think that is not really the case anymore, because if that was the case, why would the Animus then switch? Why would the Animus then pick the optimum path? It would be Layla picking the optimum path, therefore we the players would select which character we wanted in a specific moment. So it already kind of felt weird like that, but so now I have another theory. So now my theory is the memories of Eivor are actually kind of similarly corrupted as the memory of Cassandra or the Eagle Bearer was in Odyssey. Now, many people might be turned off by the fact that I am even saying Odyssey, and if you have been to my channel before, you know that I really love Odyssey. Yeah, I absolutely do love Odyssey. But anyway, moving on from that, what I will say is that Odyssey is the only point of reference we have when talking about these sort of things. Now, the thing is, in Odyssey, essentially the Animus was filling in the gaps using Herodotus's books. Now, in this case, maybe the Animus is using an entirely different DNA stream to actually fill in the gaps between Eivor's memories. Now, why do I say there's a separate DNA stream? Because you might remember in Odyssey, especially in the last DLC, and this is a spoiler for Odyssey, but by the way, if you haven't played Odyssey yet, don't worry about this. This is not major. So essentially, Layla cripples Otso Berg. And now the interesting thing about this is that if my memory serves me well, Otso Berg actually did have a Viking ancestor. So could it be that that ancestor was actually close to Eivor and knew Eivor's story, and that is why the Animus is able to use that DNA stream to actually fill up the gaps in Eivor's memory? So in that case, Animus making the conscious is the word I was looking for, conscious choice of selecting between the two genders based on wherever they are, could be just based on whatever data it's getting from the memory of that ancestor. And in that way, it would make some amount of sense. So yeah, that is my theory. So to just explain it in a much simpler way, essentially the Animus is using Otso Berg's ancestors' memories to fill in the gaps between Eivor's memories, because they might be linked in some way. I mean, surely they might have a descendant somewhere down the line that was close enough to Eivor. So now if that is the case, then I think we have our answer here. Then due to that, the animus is now trying to fill in the gaps from that memory, and since it's not always going to be the exact same thing, as perspective matters when memory is concerned, therefore it is unable to select the gender and probably many other things that it will have trouble selecting. Now we would know that because there are some things in this game known as animus glitches where Layla takes over the simulation. So there is some stuff going on that could explain this. So yeah, that is my theory now. And what do you guys think? Do you understand anything that I just said? Because I know it can be very confusing. I would love to explain it to you down in the comments below. And if you did understand, do you really think it's a crackpot theory coming from someone who is essentially kind of crazy? That I am. So yeah, do let me know down in the comments below, and if you do like it, then press that like button, and a subscription would be brilliant. So peace.